Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Time, where we talk about the movies we like.
And the ones we don't.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Molly.
And over this past weekend, we just saw Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Mm-hmm.
This is the latest, and according to some sources, the last entry in the DC Extended Universe. But The Flash and Aquaman 2 are coming this year, so not really.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, moving forward, some of these actors carry forward into James Gunn's new DC universe, but we'll see about that.
Yes, I guess we will.
So, this, like the first Shazam movie, was directed by David F. Sandberg, and it starred Zachary Levi as the titular Shazam. Asher Angel stars as Billy Batson, his alter ego, the boy behind the man, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Batson says the magic word Shazam and becomes, Shazam.
Shazam, yeah.
Yeah, originally known as Captain Marvel, but after a whole big legal business with Marvel Comics, he's now Shazam. It's weird. It sounds weird, but it is.
Yeah.
Jack Dylan Grazer stars as Freddie Freeman, Billy's one of his adopted brothers. Rachel Zegler stars as Anthea, one of the daughters of Atlas in this movie. She's the good one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert for the rest of the video. Just get that out of the way right now. Adam Brody plays Freddy's superhero form. See, in the first movie, Billy decided to share the power of Shazam with the other foster kids. And so now when they see Shazam, they turn into their own superhero forms.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Hold on. We're going a bit out of order because some of these are... Ian Shen plays Eugene Choi, another of the foster kids. Joven Armand plays Pedro Pena, another of the foster kids. Faith Herman plays Darla Dudley, another one of the foster kids. There's a few.
Mm-hmm.
Grace Caroline Curry plays Mary, and in a change from the first movie, she also plays her superhero form too, because she's an adult. She's going to be playing her own superhero form. In the first movie, she was played by someone else. I forgot their name, but yeah. Ross Butler plays Eugene's superhero form. DJ Catrona plays Pedro's superhero form. Now, funny thing about Adam Brody and DJ Catrona. Back in the mid-2000s, there was a Justice League movie being worked on by veteran director George Miller. You know him best as the guy who was behind the Babe movies. You know, the pig who thinks he's a sheepdog.
Interesting.
And Happy Feet. Yeah, he made both Happy Feet movies. Won an Oscar for the first Happy Feet movie. Weird choice, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he directed all four of the Mad Max movies. This man has a very strange filmography.
Yeah, that's funny.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Adam Brody was supposed to play The Flash, and DJ Catrona was supposed to play Superman in that Justice League movie. Pretty cool that they get a second chance to be superheroes, though.
Yeah.
Megan Good plays Darla's superhero form. The villains of the movie are played by Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren. They play Calypso and Hespera, the other two daughters of Atlas. Jimon Hansu plays the wizard Shazam, who gave Billy his superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
Marta Milans plays Rosa Vasquez, and Cooper Andrew plays Victor Vasquez. They're the foster parents. Pretty cool parents.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a host of character actors and stuff that we don't quite have the time to get into right now, but I'm going to anyways.
Yeah.
Diedrich Bader plays a pretty helpful teacher in this movie. I love Diedrich Bader. He's a pretty big mainstay in the DC universe, actually. He was Batman in The Brave and the Bold, as well as a host of other animated roles. PJ Byrne plays a pediatrician that Billy sees in the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you may know him as Bolin from The Legend of Korra.
Interesting.
And there's two cameos later on in the movie. One of which was Michael Gray, who calls Shazam Captain Marvel, his original name. Now, funny thing about Michael Gray, he played Captain Marvel on the original TV show.
Very interesting.
And he was even dressed as Billy Batson in this movie.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And another one, well, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that one later.
Okay.
So, in this movie, Billy is suffering from imposter syndrome because, you know, he's the leader of this group of superheroes, but really, he's having a lot of self-doubts. You know, being abandoned by his biological parents will do that, as well as he gets the feeling that he's losing control of his, you know, of his foster life. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's going off and doing their own things, and he's trying to hold on to them because, you know, again, abandoned by his parents.
Yeah.
So Billy has that going on, and while that's happening, the Daughters of Athena are trying to steal back the powers of Shazam from these kids because they were stolen.
Stealing. That's a nice word.
They were stolen, whatever, from, again, their father, Atlas. So they want that back.
Yeah. You know, yeah, makes sense.
And the only reason why they are able to get out and do this is because they were accidentally freed by Billy in the first movie after he broke Shazam's staff.
All right.
So, what did you think of this movie?
You know, it was all right. I enjoyed going out to the movie and seeing it. Pretty funny. I don't think I liked it as much as the first one, but there were some good elements about it. Some places that made me chuckle, and you know, I had a good time.
Yeah, I agree. I liked this one. It wasn't as good as the first one, but this is still a pretty fun time. And you know, this critically and financially, this movie isn't doing very well. Like, you know, audiences are loving it, but critics not so much. You know, not a very good start for superhero movies for this year with this and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, both not really getting the best critical reception, but it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
And, well, the first movie didn't do great financially. Like, it did fine enough, but this one is not quite as much, which the theater we went to had maybe a couple other families in there seeing it.
Yeah.
And
for a new movie, there wasn't very many people, and it was a Friday night too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Friday.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe people are getting superhero movie fatigue. Maybe. I sure hope not.
I sure am.
Oh. I say I sure hope not. You say you sure am. But it's entirely possible that that's happening. But yeah, honestly, I really like this one.
Yeah, it was a fun watch. You know, good time, a nice trip out to the movies.
Now, so near the end of the movie, Billy dies to defeat Calypso because Hespera realized that her sister is maybe going a little bit too far in a few areas.
Yeah.
You know, she wants to kill everyone by planting this tree, which will spawn a whole bunch of, you know, mythological creatures that gives birth to, you know, unicorns, harpies,
minotaurs. Minotaurs. I don't know.
Yeah, minotaurs, cyclops. What was it? Chimera. And you know, and they're absolutely wreaking havoc on Philadelphia. But Darla over here tames the unicorns with Skittles. Okay. And in order to save the day, again, Billy has to explode the wizard Shazam's staff, which the best way to do that is to use the magic word, use Shazam.
Yeah.
So after that happens, and he gets, you know, dead.
Yeah. He does get dead. Yes.
Anthea decides to take him to the the land of the gods or whatever, to bury him there. And they're all like, "Oh man, this sucks. Is there no way of bringing Billy back?" And the wizard Shazam, he's just like, "Nah. Only a god can, you know, fix this magic. But you know, we don't got any more." Then, out of nowhere, like out of a How It Should Have Ended trailer, Wonder Woman comes in. It's like, "I got this, dude." And you know, since she's, you know, the daughter of Zeus has that power. She can do that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, she just rolls up here out of nowhere. Like, yeah, that's a bit weird. She just comes out of nowhere to save the day. Like, I mean, granted, it was a little bit foreshadowed because Billy clearly has a thing for her. He
has dreams about her.
Yeah, as one would.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, after she brings him back, he tries to shoot a shot with her.
Yeah.
You know,
he tried.
He tried.
Yeah.
Not very well.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I gotta hand it to him. He gave it the good old fashioned college try.
Yeah.
I can't blame him. I would try. I might try too if I was in his position.
All right. Yeah. Can't blame you.
And you know, she's over 5,000 years old, so anyone's too young for her.
Yeah.
As was pointed out in Zack Snyder's Justice League by Cyborg, everyone's the younger guy to her. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you know, even still, in this movie's universe, Diana's type is more the tall, brooding, bat-like type.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite part of this movie?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. So because in the first movie I liked all the interactions with the kids and stuff, but I did notice in this movie they spent more time in their superhero forms than in their like kid forms.
Yeah.
Which I don't think worked as well for me. I like seeing the kids interact. So yeah, cutting back on that I don't think was a very good idea, but that's just me. I don't know my favorite part.
Well, I think I can detail why they might have had more scenes with them in their superhero forms.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the first movie came out, these kids were, you know, kids.
Yeah.
And then when the second movie comes out, they're noticeably older.
Yeah,
So
years later.
because of, you know, puberty and stuff like that, it makes sense to you know, have them more in their adult forms more.
Mm-hmm.
To avoid, you know, awkward changes in voice and whatever. But then again, whatever changes in voice and whatever that they did have, they probably just solved that by dubbing over their voices.
Yeah. Also, it's not like puberty is a thing that people go through, so.
Yeah. And
oh well.
Gotta keep these kids young.
What about? Do you have a favorite part?
Favorite part. Well, I really liked the scene with Hesper and Calypso in the museum where they steal the staff and then they turn everyone to plaster like in Pompeii. That was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty horrifying.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Let's see. I liked all the scenes with them in their superhero forms just working together to solve problems. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Like when they were on the bridge.
Yeah, I like that.
And Billy saved the director's wife from falling off the bridge. Because the lady that he saved in her car when she was listening to "Holding Out for a Hero," that was the director's wife. And the director David F. Sandberg makes a cameo himself later on when the monsters are attacking people. He gets picked up and dropped by one of them.
Yeah.
Also, there's two post-credit scenes. What was the first one? Do you remember what the first one was? Oh yeah, I remember.
No.
Okay, the first one was John Economos and James Gunn's wife recruiting Shazam for the Justice Society.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's weird that there's a Justice Society and a Justice League, which I agree, but it's a thing in the comics. There's both of them. Also, there's the second one, which I really liked because it was just like kind of blue balling the audience, but like in a fun way, if that makes any sense.
No. Sorry.
Because like in one of the post-credit scenes in the first Shazam, we saw that movie's villain, Dr. Sivana, in prison, and Mr. Mind, the little caterpillar guy, come visit him, be like, okay, you want to team up? We could do this. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this one, it's years later, and we see Savannah again. He's all bearded and stuff. He's been in prison for a while. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Mind says, "Okay, I'm back to come to work on our plan." And Savannah's just like, "Where have you been? It's been years. This is ridiculous. Let's do this plan." And Mr. Mind's just trying to play it off cool, like, "Nah, this plan takes a while. It's really something." And then finally he's just like, "Okay, fine. I'm a worm. It takes me a while to get anywhere. You see how little I am. You see how far up in this building you are. This is gonna take a while." And then he leaves again to go work on his plan, and he's gonna be gone for a while now again, just leaving this poor man in this prison for years more to come.
Yeah, that confused me, which I don't remember watching the end credit scene on the first Shazam, but I probably didn't get it, and I did not get this one, but that was just me.
Well, Mr. Mind is a pretty obscure villain when it comes to DC Comics. He's not as well known as, your Jokers or your Lex Luthor or what have you. He's one. It's a pretty deep cut for the Shazam fans out in the audience. Which, I mean, Savannah himself is a decently. He's not a Joker or a Lex Luthor. He's a lesser known Shazam villain too, but he's definitely more well known than Mr. Mind by pure aspect of being the main villain in the first Shazam movie. But that's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else to say?
I don't think so. It was a fun movie, but yeah, I think I would rather watch the first one.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think that will do it for us. So
we said our piece.
We did say our piece is. We both have pieces.
Yes. All right.
All right, now what are we gonna do next time?
I don't know.
Me neither.
You're asking me like I plan these things.
I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you're in charge. You don't even plan anything.
I plan some things. I have some ideas. Like, we just recorded our top 10 least favorite movies.
Yeah.
When are we gonna edit that? Or I should say, when am I gonna edit that?
Edit
it? Good question. I don't know. But
all right.
That'll do it for us today.
We'll see you next time.
Laters.